dumb reasons. You feel me?
Nothing. You sure about that?
Yes, I am always sure about it. You know how it do. Oh my god. It is hot as hell today. I don't know what's going on, but California is on fire.
It's always hot in California.
Surprise.
Especially in July.
Yeah, the July. It's July into us. You know what I'm saying? Telling us it's going to be all crazy, good, and creative. And I mean, it's kind of creative for us, but...
Yeah. I've been watching some crazy shit.
What kind of crazy shit?
On one of the few occasions that I do actually watch TV, I watch the most absurd... It's actually not absurd. So it's about a Skinwalker Ranch in Utah.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of skinwalkers in general, but...
Yeah, so skinwalkers are... In Native American folklore, skinwalkers are shapeshifters.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a human being who can transition into like a wolf, who can just disappear in midair, completely vanish. But this ranch was named off of a curse that a certain Native American tribe created onto another Native American tribe because they were at war with each other.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, crazy shit has gone down. A bunch of UFO sightings. Robert Bigelow, who's actually a billionaire, an aerospace billionaire now, worked with the U.S. government to study this property. It's like a 50-acre ranch.
Yeah.
And all I can say is just a bunch of crazy shit. Paranormal activity, electromagnetic pollution, UFOs, all sorts of weird stuff, bro.
I was about to ask you UFOs, but wow, okay. Is this like a documentary, a series, a movie? What is it?
It's like it's an 8-part show on Netflix.
Okay.
And I watched 7, or I skipped through 7 episodes of it.
There's there's a show on Netflix called The Unexplained. Have you seen it? Or have you heard of it?
I think I've heard of it.
Okay. If you watch it, it's like an 8-part series as well. Every episode dives into something different. So like the first episode was about paranormal, like haunted places, but real. You know, like they'll show you as like why these houses haven't been sold and all these things. And then they talk to people that were put into situations in that house, and they would have an interview with them. And they tell them like all these like dramatic stories, right? Second episode, it'll be like about Egypt and the true meaning of the pyramids and what they were used for, right? And all that stuff.
Yeah.
But here's the funny part. It's always the damn experts and doctors that make me laugh my ass off. Like this, like it's an interesting things, right? They'll tell you, oh, somehow the pyramids, especially the mini one, we don't know how that is aligned perfectly with the stars above, right? And it has to summon energy of some sort of whatever, right? And you're like, wow, this is fascinating. And then they cut to the clip where they're in the office and they're asking the expert, and it's like, oh, we got Professor Travis McTravers over
it's
here.
always the most fried fucking people on the planet.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, so the ancient Egyptians didn't really have a sense of what they were doing here, aligning the stars and all. You know, and you're like, what the, do I trust this? Is this expert? Is his name? Tell me his name's not a joke. Tell me his name's not a joke.
Did you take a fucking Udemy course online and then classify yourself as an expert in this subject?
Okay, and doctor and professor. That's the problem. So I'm like, are these people... Okay.
Yeah, it was the same with the Skinwalker show, except, you know the thing I hate the most about these shows?
Yeah.
Is the unnecessary music and the cutting. The way they cut it and edit to make it look like it's a fucking, like, more serious thing than it actually is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And it's
the worst.
Like, the show is led by William Shatner, the one I'm talking about. All right. So that's already, like, I've already made fun of that name a million times before.
We're off to a terrible start.
Yeah, William Shatner mouth, you know what I'm saying? But, like, or anything. And, like, I've made all kinds of jokes with that name. So I was like, wow, does this not surprise me anymore? Okay.
William
I'm going to look up the
Shatner.
IMDb real quick to just see who the hell the experts are in this goddamn.
So it's studying, like, what? Unknown phenomena?
So the truth about UFOs, mysterious structures around the world.
Yeah, and William Shatner is going to bring us the truth about UFOs, for sure. Fuck off.
William Shatner bathroom, bro. Yeah, so you get me. It's kind of it's really funny.
Shat in the toilet.
Yeah, so if you guys like, I feel like if I ever get the feeling that like, something's off, it usually is off.
Oh, it's
right?
always off. Yeah.
Professor, expert, PhD specialist. That and you're like, okay, that title's already doesn't make sense. Okay, and then his name, Trav McGee. Like you're like, or Ryder Storm. You're like, Professor Ryder Storm here.
Watching, like, there's
I don't
something about these shows. Like, at the end of watching that Skinwalker series,
Yeah.
a part of me felt really stupid. Because in my mind, I was thinking, this is catered to the lowest IQ within the population. It obviously is.
I can see that, yeah, honestly.
Because I can see past all the bullshit, and I no joke, I skip through 80% of the show just to get to the parts where, there might be something to it. And there were some things to it. Like, they saw some weird shit in the sky that they couldn't explain.
Yeah.
And captured it on video.
Yeah, which is that part's interesting. You're like, okay, that I'm entertained right now. You're right.
Yeah.
You got me thinking, but not in the direction you're telling me to think. Not at all. I just found an article from Tom's Guide. Do you know Tom's Guide? Tom's Hardware? Blah, blah, blah.
No, what is
It's like a forum thread type of thing. But this strange show just crashed the Netflix top 10 list. It's called The Willam Shatner Explores the Bathroom. Unexplainable mysteries in this Netflix show.
Unexplainable shit.
Okay. So, unexplainable.
How does it float like that?
He definitely eats vegetable oils. That's all I have to say. But for centuries, humanity has grappled with unexplained mysteries, and many of these burning questions seem destined to remain forever unanswered. But that doesn't stop this Netflix show, narrated by Willam Shatner Bathroom, from trying to unravel these bizarre phenomena. The Unexplained with Willam Shatner. It's not even unexplained. It's unexplained.
My God, dude. It is so fried.
Okay. These range from how the pyramids were built and for what purpose to whether there is an afterlife or not. The show also investigates some of the most haunted places in the world and questions whether practices like exorcism and voodoo could be more than the stuff of horror movies. So that's what they kind of like showed it off as. So when you click play, you're like, damn, this is sick. But like I said,
whoa, dude,
the
unexplained phenomena.
Right? And they're like, so the phenomena that's been occurring since the 70s, right? We know UFOs exist, but we want to know.
But do they?
Do they? Like, and it's like, you look at his title, right? Like a lower thirds comes up and it's just like,
so fucking nice.
Dr. Bernard Travis McGee. And you're like, that doesn't sound correct, Doesn't sound like a correct name, but sure.
Who studied from the University of Mississippi.
Yeah. Mrs. IP in the bathroom. Well, Willam Shatner. Yeah. Okay, that's enough jokes for today, I think.
Let's talk about 23andMe.
23.
Because I noticed that you have that box up there, bro.
Yes, dude. So 23andMe, I've been wanting to actually give it a try. I do believe I'm like a little bit more than 12% Italian. I just want to know. You feel me?
All right, I'm about to bust out my 23andMe results now. So,
dude, do you have good results?
What are you trying to? Of course, I have good results.
Can you see like cardiovascular problems within the history? No?
So first of all, you can see the entire breakdown of where you're actually from, genetically speaking. Ancestry, composition.
Mesopotamia.
What else are you trying to look for?
Mesopotamia. No, I'm kidding. What am I trying to look for? Like, I don't know, where I originate from.
You have health highlights. So it shows you whether you have genetic variants of like age-related macular degeneration, celiac disease, hereditary hemochromatosis. Let's see what else. Bear with me.
Well, I'm 28 now, so 23andMe, dude.
Then it shows you like carrier status. It shows a whole bunch of like absurdly rare diseases and whether you have variants for them.
Oh, so it can go down like the genetic line.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Okay.
It shows you your wellness tab.
All right. Well, I'll definitely send that to you when it comes through.
So like deep sleep, I'm more likely to be a deep sleeper. Alcohol flush reaction, caffeine consumption, genetic weight, lactose intolerance, muscle composition, saturated fat and weight.
Yeah.
The fuck was that?
Oh, that's okay. It's my live camera. Sorry, it died.
Sleep movement. And then you have traits. So it shows like a bunch of useless stuff like asparagus odor detection, bitter taste, bunions, hair thickness,
Damn.
likely to lose hair or not,
Okay.
wake up time. Like I'm likely to wake up around 8:58 a.m.
Really?
genetically, yeah.
Wow.
And it actually pans out in my Oura stats, so.
Okay. This is great news because I do have the Oura Ring and I've been using it for about 7 months now. It's heavily benefited me. Definitely. Oura, if you're listening to this for some damn reason,
Fucking sponsor us.
please.
I've been using you for 5 years. This guy's been using you for 1 year.
No, like we support the crap out of everything that's happened because it plays out into your actual life. Truly. Right? If you're a systematic person that likes to be organized and have answers, Oura does a phenomenal job at providing that. It's amazing. And
I have recommended at least 7 people buy this ring, and they've bought it.
no complaints.
Bought it? Is bought a word? No. They've bought it?
Yeah, they bought it.
Jesus.
They purchased it. There we go. Yeah.
And I got some goodies from Oura, but they're not enough. I want more goodies.
Yeah.
Start
So-
shilling me some money.
You know what? You best believe we're gonna hit up Oura after this. I don't care. And then
They have a garbage like affiliate program.
do they?
Yeah.
Well, we'll change that up.
You know what kind of email they send you when they realize you don't have enough followers to shill out their product?
What?
They say, we have a long list of current affiliates that we would really like to focus our attention on. But if we ever change our minds, we'll reach out to you. You can't just tell me no.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No, I can see that.
fucking dickheads.
They're probably hitting up Hillary Duff right now, dude.
Hillary Duffin.
Hillary Duffin in the street. Yeah, man. Yeah. There's So I just want to bring this up real quick because it really pissed both of us off. I remember, but the whole the Uvalde shooting finally they released a video after they were begging for that to be released. We all saw the shit show that we call Rescue nowadays, 77 minutes, and we had over 118 cops on site, literally feet away from where the students and teachers were getting shot at. Right. So in the video, they actually had to remove all the screams and cries.
Yeah.
Because I don't think any human being should ever have to experience that, whether on the observing side or going through its side.
Nah, I think they should have left it in there to make the situation a lot more worse for the
you
cops.
could still see, and I think they left a good chunk amount to the point where it's not traumatic or it won't give you PTSD for the rest of your life, you know?
Yeah.
But there's enough for you can hear the cops, you can hear the gunshots, you can hear commands, things like that. The parts that pissed me off the most was seeing. Remember the first thing I noticed?
I have
both
3
noticed?
in my mind right now.
The first thing we noticed is this motherfucker getting hand sanitizer, right?
I'm sorry to all the families and the victims. Like, I don't mean to laugh, but it's an absurd situation.
No, because as a man, okay, first of all, as a man, okay, where is the sense of urgency in anything? Like, where is your brain at that moment? If you're hearing an AR go off 72 times within the past 3 minutes or whatever, how in your right mind are you thinking about your hygiene?
My guy, as a man, why the fuck are you using hand sanitizer, period?
Well, let's not go there. I don't care. That's a personal choice. But what I'm saying is you're in a hallway where people are literally getting massacred.
Yeah.
Right? Not behind your eyes, behind your ears. And you're on top of you not doing anything, not using your legs, toes, and every inch of your fucking fiber muscles to walk in there and destroy this guy.
It's the first thing we noticed. We noticed this guy going over to the hand sanitizer
he's like this.
dispenser.
He's like, his gun's like a satchel at this point, and he's just like, oh, hand sanitizer. And you literally hear the AR. Dude, you literally hear. And this guy's like, how is that normal?
This scenario is so screwed up for so many reasons.
Do you understand that this has nothing to do with government? It has nothing to do with police.
Well, we'll get into that.
Okay? It has nothing to do with that. But the fact that you as a human being, you sack of shit, aren't doing your part, okay?
Yeah.
Your part. And I'm saying your part as a group of 118 people, you pieces of crap, with what do they have? The protection gear?
Bro, they had riot shields. They had everything.
Dude, like I am just...
So that was number 1.
I can imagine myself running in there, okay? Like literally, dude. Just I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. You don't even need to shoot the guy. If 118 people go in there, he's trampled to death. Is there no solution to that? Does that not make any sense to you? Yeah. So if your child fell off the table and while he's learning to walk, okay, fell and hit his head, are you going to be like, oh, damn, we grab some hand sanitizer first and then I'll check on him? No. Makes no sense.
It's absurd.
You know that your urgency is going to be like, oh, shit, let me try to help him, right?
Yeah, which makes me think that there might be something more to this entire context, entire scenario.
Because if you watch the video, there's the sheriffs in the green saying, stay back, wait. And you can see the time rolling on the freaking security footage. And he just keeps going up.
That was after he was dead. That was after they went in and shot him. But that's point of the hand sanitizer's point of contention number one, okay? Number two is that there were multiple cops, I believe, that were checking their phones as well.
Mm-hmm. That's another one. Like,
why are you checking your phone,
Not even checking your phone as into my daughter goes here or anything, right? No, you're checking your notifications, bro. You're like...
Dude, at one point...
Yeah, at one point. What?
At one point, my guy was posted up with his hand on the wall, checking
like
his phone.
Bro. What is this, a hospital?
So fucking sad and ridiculous, dude. Like, I don't understand.
Dude, we heard the gunshots. We didn't hear the screams. They're hearing the screams, is my point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They're firsthand. They should walk out with PTSD. And they're acting like it's just another day. Another day in the life, you know? And just picturing their brain, I swear to God, I pictured probably the most negative IQ I have ever seen in my life.
Oh my God.
Okay? I know any mother out there, if there was a single female cop, they would have done something.
Oh, dude, you don't even have to be a cop. I'm pretty sure most mothers
were trying, and actually most mothers
with a knife would go in there.
Most of them went in without nothing.
Yeah.
Just...
Oh, so that's point of contention number two.
Me off,
number three, and I have to point this out, being the health coach, probably 95% of the cops are fat as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
95 is being probably a bit liberal with it.
Yeah. So police force is now looking like just a job, you know? Oh, accounting didn't work out, we'll just become a cop.
It looks like they train at Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme has better training.
Krispy Kreme has better training up in this bitch. But yeah, I mean, the whole situation is just absurd. Like, how long did they, from start to finish, how long was it that they waited there like dumbasses?
Over an hour, dude. Over 70 minutes.
And I'm sure most of the kids and the two teachers were probably dead within, 15 minutes? It had to be, because you can tell in the beginning that he just unloaded.
Yeah, I don't want to think about those details, but... Like,
well, I mean, that's the reality.
That is the reality. You have to assume that it's probably the first 3 minutes even, right?
Yeah.
Unless he's shooting at nothing. We don't know. But it's like, the fact that you can hear people screaming for 30 minutes means people are alive.
That's not even to mention that I did hear reports that there was a security guard who at first confronted the shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like 20 minutes before he even got into the building.
Yeah.
And that's not to mention that Uvalde, the school in general, had safety precautions in case some shit like this went down.
Yeah.
Those didn't work because the back door was open. He just walked his ass in there and literally just opened every single door.
I don't want to talk about mental health. I don't want to talk about any of that shit. I just want to talk about like the fact that your masculinity is gone out the window and it is never coming back. You pieces of shit. You're like, you don't like... You know, it's not that you're not cops. You're not humans.
Have they sued for it?
Of course, there's all kinds of fucking
They should have, yeah.
On, dude. But like, they were like, oh, that's why you guys didn't want to release the footage because look at how much we can come out that couldn't come out of this.
Oh, of course.
It's not just one piece of evidence.
Who was the supervisor, the district supervisor? She was like, no, we're not going to release it.
Yeah, we're not going to release it.
And then we look at the footage and like, oh, no wonder.
Yep, because your life and job is on the line, so you don't want to release it.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's a job at the end of the day. Police force is nothing but BS at this point. Where it's all corrupted. Watch The Departed. Just think of that, but like minus,
yeah, and I'm
a couple percent in extremism.
I'm not going to get into the conspiracies here, but there are a lot of people who say, might be government conspiracies, CIA, who are enacting this sort of scenario. I'm not getting into that, but
Yeah, we don't want to get into that, but like we do. I mean,
it's just disrespectful to the families.
It is,
to the
and
children.
this just needs to end. That's all it is. You know, like Earth is my playground too, and this needs to fucking end. That's it. No, like there's no way you could be arguing this.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It doesn't end by demonizing weapons.
You don't demonize weapons. You demonize bad behavior, and you come through with consequences to your actions.
Mhm.
That's it. That's all that's going to happen.
And it's bad behavior.
Do you see this? Do you remember that one episode we were talking about, like why Saudi like cuts off your arm if you steal enough?
Yeah.
Right. What does that do to someone? Do you want your arm? All right, don't steal. Right, and they come through with it. That's life, is it not? You're one decision away from fucking up. That's all it is. That's life, dude.
That's not to mention that the weapon was
I have simplified it.
The weapon was legally acquired. So in terms of background checks, it's going to have to be a lot more extensive. And whatever system they implement, it's going to have to be a holistic one. It's going to have to look at who are these people? Do they have a history of crime? Do they have a history of mental illness?
Mm-hmm.
What is their family life like? Have they made threats in the past? Because this kid has specifically made threats about killing his family and other shit, which he ended up doing.
They talked to the father after he was dead and everything. They were like, I don't know anything about him. I don't know. No. He's always a troubled kid.
Yeah. But the root cause of this is not poor background checks. The system in general is part of the cause, correct? But the root cause of the situation is mental health.
Yes, and what is that? What happens when you get programmed your entire life? You don't think for yourself, so you're gonna have poor mental health. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
There's no excuse to anything. There shouldn't be a million opinions. Okay, there's one thing, and there's only one right thing. And we need to stop this. We're not doing anything to stop it. We just talk about it on social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
It took us, months to get the fucking footage. That makes no sense to me. The fact that people want to hide, and when someone wants to hide, it means you're hiding something. It means you don't want to confront something, right? Because you know there's a consequence at the end of it.
Yeah.
So what do? You use your power to play the bitch and get the hell out of there and stop responding. That makes no sense to me. You're not... Dude, I don't know. I'm just pissed. I'm so pissed at this. And
I'm thinking about two different angles here. So bear with me.
Yeah.
I do remember seeing something very interesting probably like a week and a half ago and I kind of made fun of it in my mind, thinking it wasn't that serious, but it actually is. Now the correlation it's a pretty strong one. The rates of virginity among young men are at an all-time high.
Mm-hmm.
So we have incel culture. Young men who are very pissed off, who are lonely, who are isolated, who don't know how to deal with poor mental health. That connects with the fact that the shootings, statistically speaking, are at an all-time high.
Yeah, I can see that. Can I rephrase that though?
Sure.
So virginity, let's just say virginity. People think when you hear virginity that they must be screwing around from 18, 17, 16, and throughout high school, you're a loser if you're a virgin, right? That's not what's meant here. What is meant here is that us as a society, no matter what religion you come from, whatever it is, sex is still as an act within your system, right? So even as Muslim males and females, we used to get married a lot younger back then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we were having sex. We were not virgins at this height of age. So the new standard of getting married now is towards your 30s. It's no longer towards your 18s and 20s.
Yeah.
Okay. So that as a whole thing, I'm just looking at it from my culture's point of view. That has been risen higher. So I can only imagine that everything else does too, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be just one community because we're all human at the end of the day. It all moves together along with the times. So it's, imagine what that's doing to someone. It's a frustration, dude. If someone is a virgin at 38, imagine that. 38, let's just say that's a high age. But in today, we're talking more 30, 28, 27, 26, right? You guys are virgins. There's a frustration included in that. Okay.
Mhm.
Now imagine frustration from something that's pleasurable, and then the frustration of something that already gives you hell, and then the frustration of a relationship, and then the frustration of your parents, and then the frustration of your career, right? And then your education. Like, it all just mashes your brain.
Mhm.
You think you're going to be healthy? No, dude, because sexual activity is a form of release as well.
It might have less to do with the virginity and more to do with the loneliness. I think that's the theory in my mind. Because
that's the thing, though, is that what I said is eventually going to lead to loneliness. It's going to lead to I'm not worthy, to less self-value, to everything. And then those things get dissected into even bigger parts, like you're saying. It's
like, think about it from this perspective. If I'm a lonely young man who's maybe there was potential of bullying when I was younger.
Yeah.
I don't interact with any women. I don't interact with any men. I just lock myself in my room and watch mainstream media, see other examples of these mass shooters being put out there on the news, which is another big problem. They shouldn't cover the shooter. They should cover the victims. And then, because of my loneliness, I'm depressed. And what do most people do when they're depressed in this country?
Fall into it. Drink.
Well, here's the thing.
Substance abuse.
They go to the doctor. They get prescription medication, and they are prescribed SSRIs. What do SSRIs do, and what do they contribute to?
Anxiety.
Complete lack of empathy, more depression, suicidal thoughts, increased aggression, and it makes you more likely to carry out these acts.
I hate how we call them some side effects. Some side effects? That's life-changing. That's not some side effects, dude. Those are effects, and then we have side items. That's truly... It's destruction. It's destruction from within, right?
Yeah.
And the whole point of this podcast is to have a general conversation every single day, reminding ourselves that you see where you put yourself, right? So, like, for example, if I'm watching news all the time and I'm seeing all these shootings and whatever, you're going to look at everybody, including everybody at the supermarket, as just, wow, everyone's heartless and cold and depressing and this and that. But what if I told you that you can make a Twitter account and start, writing things about the beach and how valuable the beach is to your everyday life, and people start following you, and you're like, okay. And then you find there's a whole community behind smiley people that love success and
go to the beach,
and they have fantastic bodies. They don't eat vegetable oil. And you're like, wow, actually, there's a higher percentage of these people than the other people. So let me surround myself with that.
Yeah.
Right. And what does that do? Changes your whole goddamn perspective.
Yeah.
Right. Do you not live happier?
You see how it all connects.
It all connects, right? We are magnets, dude. We stick to things easily. The whole point of decisions and having discipline is to make the right decisions based not on emotion, but slight emotion, so you can fix the logic. That's it. That's all this life is, dude. Make the right decisions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's a combination of a stunning failure.
I think the camera died.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Are we fucked?
It's okay. No, continue talking. Hold on.
Oh yeah, we're still live on audio. I forgot. I think it's a combination of the failure of intelligence by the FBI, CIA, and then you have the lack of extensive background checks for getting these guns. You have the pharmaceutical companies shilling out SSRIs that contribute to loneliness, depression, more aggression.
Yeah.
You have incel culture, the internet, mainstream media covering the actual shooters, which allows other people who are more likely to do that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Follow through with it.
No, for real. And we're in a panicky, urgent time to do something insane, and we need to.
I hope you can hear him, guys, but
yeah, they probably can. Yeah.
Bear with us here at the studio. But I think the biggest problem for sure is the mainstream media covering these shooters and their profiles, their history.
Yeah.
Because that's not what you do. You inspire other people who are going to be shooters to follow through with the act. You cover the victims, the victim stories, their backgrounds, or else you don't cover it, or you cover it minimally.
Okay. We are really good copycats. Okay. I know, not too recently, but pretty recent. There was a movie that came out where it kind of changed the world for 2 weeks. In my eyes, at least. It changed social media. People were
What movie?
getting a little bit more dark, right? The Batman.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? It came out, right? And then people were like, they heard the song and they're like, something's in the way.
And there were elements of this in that movie.
Yeah, and they were like, wow, that movie was dark and emo and like it takes me back to like cyberpunkish type of. All right, cool. What happened? People started like essentially making fun of it, but then they slowly started adapting that style. And then people were searching for that same bomber jacket. And then people were like starting to grow their hair out and darken it. And I'm like, what the?
Yeah,
like,
we are
so
confident.
no matter what happens on this earth, right? If there's a shooter, like, okay, let's just say there's a serial killer because this happens till this day. There's like, oh, who's your favorite serial killer? Why is that a thing?
That's weird, yeah.
Right? Why is that a thing? But it's always discussed. And it's like, ooh, the Zodiac is impressive. Okay, it is impressive.
From an objective standpoint,
Yeah,
sure.
from an objective standpoint. But we get that now we have this whole community that's obsessing about serial killers. And some of them, guess what? Happen to be serial killers. It's not a mistake. It's kind of the nature of things, right? There's going to be people led this way and led that way. All right. It could be smaller percentages or larger, but it's like same thing with the Batman effect, right? People started to copy into that because it has an aura, an essence, a little type of mood or vibe, you know, and you'd be like, yes, this resonates with me. I must become this.
Yeah.
Right. So think of like shooters. People are like, damn, dude. I've literally seen this on Reddit. It'd be like, this guy cleared the whole cafeteria in under 3 minutes. That's impressive.
That is...
How? What the? Is this a sport?
To some people, it is. Keep in mind, it is a fraction of the population, but some people think of it from a very cold-hearted perspective.
It's just fucking stupid, dude. Anyway, I'm pissed.
And to anybody who blames video games for this shit, like...
It's not video games. It's a million things, dude.
Enough of the...
Yeah.
Enough of that.
Because generally, if you had a schedule to play video games, you would be in video games and then out of video games.
It comes down to the isolation, the depression, and I think the SSRIs.
Okay.
Because listen, we've played video games, we've played first-person shooters.
Till this day.
Not
Doesn't matter.
once does the thought of acting that out in the real world ever come up.
Exactly.
Because
That's
we're
the whole
healthy
point.
individuals who have community around us.
Yeah, we're systematic, organized. We have people that call our bluffs. We have people that, you know.
We have accountability. Sure. Yeah.
Exactly. So, like, it's the real world, man. You got to keep yourself fair. And what is fair? Balance.
Oh, one last thing I want to cover. So you have the debate of whether it's mental illness or terrorism, you know, based off of, the white guy, they call it. Granted that exists.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of cases where the media labels these white guys, individual lone shooters, as just mentally insane.
Mm-hmm.
How about this, people? It's fucking both. It's terrorism and it's mental illness packaged into one. It doesn't matter what race you are, what color skin you have. If you
did it, you did it. That's it.
If you go through with these actions,
if you did it, you did it.
you're going to be demonized by society.
It don't matter.
Rightfully
bro.
so.
Like, for example, if my 3 siblings and I, and then we broke something, okay? Sometimes my dad would come to me and be like, why'd you do that? I was like, it wasn't me. And he would just assume it was me based off of like the past action, right? Okay. And then when he found out, and I was like, all right, whatever, I'll take the blame. He finds out like a week later that it wasn't me. He goes, man, I'm sorry. Goes to the other one, punishes them. You know what I mean? Because you did it. So he apologized to me, but then he was like, you did it. It doesn't matter if you're a girl, man, woman, this, that. I said this. I have authority. You did the opposite. And trying to prove that you didn't. That means you lied in this and that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's accountability to it, right? What does that do to you? It commands respect later. As long as you're not torturing the person.
People are so caught up in labels and just wanting to be the victim. They want to be the victim so bad, so they listen to these narratives.
We know this. I know this probably better than anyone. But being a victim is fun. It's so much fun to be a victim,
a lot of people
bro.
get off to being a victim.
Yep.
That's their dopamine.
Yeah. It is. It's signaling to your brain that nothing like it's telling you good things.
What do you think self-sabotage is?
I'm never good enough.
Why do you, as an individual, sabotage all of your efforts to eat healthy, to sleep well, to try to make more money? It's because you get off to the idea and the experience of being a victim.
Mm-hmm.
That is your safe zone,
Mm-hmm.
even though consciously you might not want to think so.
Yep. Because as soon as you face real things, you start to realize people are better than you. First of all, you can't even handle that because you've been so damn sheltered, right?
As soon as you succeed, you realize how high the level of expectation is for your life.
Yeah.
And you're not mature enough to handle that
100%.
whatsoever.
So that's why when you start wanting to go out into the real world, which happens, right? It happens. It could happen much later.
Yeah.
After all the years of self-doubt, self-sabotage, and insecurities, and all that, whatever you want to call it, it comes down, and you get into the real world, and you're like, screw this guy. That guy, you know? Man, I hate what this guy does. Why does this guy have so much money? Him and his stupid cars and his stupid... That's the kind of attitude you come out with. Why? Because you realize everybody's better than you, and you think that they're trying to act like they're better than you, but they're not. They just are actually grinding it out here, and this is them. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So be you. You are not being you. If you were being you, everything would be launched. Like all your progress bars would just be launching upwards. You're growing everywhere. So negative attitude needs to fucking stop. We need to stop acting like we're stupid. That's the main reason to me, is that we act like we're stupid in order to feed our ego or feed someone else's ego, right? Don't act stupid. You know right from wrong. You know bad from good. So let's just start acting accordingly. Shut the hell up and just see it like that. All right? That's all I got to see or say, too.
The 2 a.m. podcast, baby.
Peace.
That's what it's all about.